Greetings, my scattered brothers and sisters in the Lord. Trust you know the Lord is with you wherever you find yourself scattered today, and that you know that his presence with you is more than enough for whatever you might face today. Well, today we are learning about a guy by the name of Epaphroditus. Epaphroditus was a member of the congregation at Philippi. And while Paul was in prison, again, we think in Rome, the congregation at Philippi sent Epaphroditus to Rome to help care for Paul while he's in prison. They are sending him there, probably sent a care package with him. And so he is there to render service unto Paul on behalf of the Philippian congregation. Again, we see this close relationship between Paul and this congregation and how they really do partner together in the gospel. Well, while there in Rome, Epaphroditus grew sick. He was ill. We don't know the exact nature of his illness, but Paul writes that Epaphroditus nearly died. And Paul is just so thankful that the Lord spared Epaphroditus and healed him, that Paul would not suffer the sorrow of losing a person such as Epaphroditus. And so Paul says, I think it's best to send Epaphroditus back to you. He has high praise for Epaphroditus, refers to him as his fellow worker, fellow soldier in the gospel. And he wants the church to welcome Epaphroditus back with great joy and to honor people like Epaphroditus, because Epaphroditus, he nearly died for the sake of the gospel. He was close to death in his efforts to care for Paul, to supply the help that the Philippian congregation couldn't supply themselves. Epaphroditus modeled what it is to serve, what it is to put others first. And so Paul, as he sends Epaphroditus back, and who knows, maybe Epaphroditus is actually bringing the letter with him, but Paul says to welcome him and to honor people like him. That really kind of raises a question. Who do we honor? And I think so often we tend to honor those who are somehow of elevated status. And here's Epaphroditus, and he's just sent to care for somebody else. And he so gives himself in care for Paul that even when he's sick and nearly dying, he is still there for Paul. And now he's healthy again, and Paul's sending him back. And really, I think Paul wants the congregation at Philippi to recognize that it's people like Epaphroditus who should be honored, people who sacrifice for the sake of the gospel, people who sacrifice for the sake of others. And so again, I can't help but think about us and today and who do we honor? And it's a challenge for us not to, honor simply the high, but to honor those who sacrifice, to honor those who sacrifice themselves for the sake of the gospel, sacrifice themselves for the sake of building up others, who are willing to play the servant role and do play the servant role. So, wherever you find yourself scattered today, take it upon yourself to honor someone like Epaphroditus, to honor someone that you see playing the servant role, sacrificing for the sake of Christ, sacrificing for the sake of others. And encourage them and let them know that you see their sacrifice and that it's appreciated. And it also is kind of a fresh challenge to us, just like last time. Thank God for Timothy, be Timothy. Well, honor Epaphroditus, but we need to conduct ourselves in such a manner that we would be worthy of that honor as well. We need to play the servant role, to make sacrifices for the sake of others, for the sake of the gospel. God bless. Have a great day. And don't forget to honor those who are like Epaphroditus, who are sacrificing for Christ, for others. God bless.